When I was in the 5th grade, my best friend at that time, Linda, told me something that influenced my thoughts about God for a long time. We were walking home from school one day, and Linda told me that in the Bible it says, if you call someone a fool, you will go to hell. Not just if you kill them, I knew that was wrong, but if you just call them a fool. Now, her dad was a preacher, so I assumed she was somewhat qualified to speak on the matter. I mean, she must know what she was talking about because she had inside information. My family, on the other hand, did not attend church. So my friend was about the closest thing I had to a spiritual advisor at that time in my life. And this news was a bombshell for me. I mean, I was shocked by this information. First of all, it seemed like a pretty high price to pay for such a small thing. And secondly, it was alarming because I was pretty sure I'd called someone a fool at some point or another, at least a sibling anyway. And maybe I didn't exactly use the word fool, but I was smart enough to know that stupid idiot was probably just as bad. And I'd said that a few times. So at 11 years old, I was convinced that I was condemned to burn in hell for all eternity just for my loose lips. My name is Kathy Doby. I'm a partner at Sycamore Creek Church and a volunteer on the worship and vision and teaching teams. And today we are in a series that we started a few weeks ago called Lies My Preacher Told Me, an honest look at the Old Testament by Brent A. Strawn. Today we will be talking about a couple of widely accepted lies about the Old Testament. They're often the top reasons people give for disliking the Old Testament. First, that God in the Old Testament is really mean, and second, that the Old Testament is hyper-violent. Now, there's a lot of misinformation that feeds on these two big lies, including that they're not completely off the mark. I mean, there's some truth to them. It's not the whole truth, and we all know that half-truth is still a whole lie. What we're really talking about are mistruths that we've all been told. Today, I will do my best to debunk these two mistruths, whether you heard them from your preacher, the preacher's daughter, or someone else. As I said, Linda was my friend. She was not my preacher, but our spiritual beliefs and understanding about God and the Bible are formed by the influence of people other than our preachers, from our parents, our grandparents, neighbors, teachers, and friends. Anyone who has some influence in our lives can impact what we believe. And it may not always be based on truth. Let's take a moment to pause for reflection. I wonder who you think about when you think about the spiritual influences in your childhood and what beliefs you formed about God and the Bible based on what others told you. Let's take a few minutes to talk about it. Turn to someone near you, or if you're by yourself, think about this question. Who taught you about what the Bible says?